Hi, my name is Brandon Park. I'm quite sure by today you should know about the Wuhan coronavirus. Now, what is the effect on us and the effect on the stock market? Let us discuss here. Let us compare the Wuhan coronavirus with SARS. Now, in the case of SARS, a person is infectious only when he possesses symptoms. But in the case of Wuhan coronavirus, a person can still be infectious when he is asymptomatic. Now, asymptomatic is a situation whereby a person may not show symptoms and yet he's infectious. Now, this means that a person who is inflicted with Wuhan coronavirus can still go undetected by any forms of thermal detection. For example, through the airport or in some public buildings. This could mean that the coronavirus can be worse than the SARS situation. In the short term, say 3 months or so, some of the stocks will be affected and perhaps some stocks will benefit, and of course there will be some stocks that will be neutral. Now, those stocks that are affected are most likely related to travels, for example airlines, and of course as a result of that the oil industries will also be affected. And then we have restaurants. Now then we have things like taxis, hotels. So all these are travel related industries. And of course there are beneficiaries, for example medical services, healthcare services, and areas like precious metals. All these will be the beneficiaries. Then there are industries that are probably not going to be affected at all, like manufacturing or agriculture. In the case of SARS, it happened in China in November 2002, and Singapore was not affected until somewhere around February. And of course, by then there was already some drop in the STI. And when Singapore was affected, it dropped further. Altogether, it dropped roughly around 15%. This is STI. Of course, there are some stocks that do better and there are some stocks that do worse than 15%. But after, say, 6 months or so, everything comes back to normal and it went up even higher. So the overall effect is only about 6 months, and the worst case drop was 15%. Now let us look at the Wuhan coronavirus. As we all know, before, say, the middle of January 2020, the stock market was actually going up. That is, the STI was actually advancing. This means that the Wuhan coronavirus has not affected the STI as yet. So it is only when we get into somewhere around 18th of January, then the effects start to come in. And that is where the STI begins to drop. And of course, it is worsened during the Chinese New Year holidays when the drop was the greatest. But overall, until that of yesterday, that is on the 31st of January 2020, the STI was at 3152.07. So from the highest point to that of yesterday, the drop was around 3.9%. So going forward, it is likely and very likely that things will get worsened, and therefore there will be some more drop. That is in the short run of, let's say, 3 months. Perhaps it may even go a little bit further, maybe 3 to 6 months. So this is the short-term effect of the Wuhan coronavirus on us and as well as on the STI. But if we take the SARS as the backdrop, then everything should get normalized, say, beyond 6 months. Perhaps in this case, the Wuhan coronavirus, if the effect is higher, maybe we stretch a little bit more. But here is the good news. If you are prepared to go long over more than 6 months or more than 9 months, then probably things will get normal again. And finally, there's something that you must do and you can do, and I cannot help you. And that is, please wear your mask. Thank you.